Today is part 2 in my wishlist declutter. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lexi and this is Beyond the Mirror. Last time I did the Sephora wishlist and I am still so shocked on how much I was able to remove from my wishlist on things that were just trendy or didn't really suit my needs anymore, or I'm not even sure why I added it. So today I am doing the same thing, but for my Ulta wishlist. I'll put it up here and we'll just go through each item to kind of see why I added it, if it's still something I'm interested in getting, and just trying to declutter. So we can take a look. I am starting with 145 items that are loved. We have the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tints. And I actually have this product, but I have it in a much darker shade than is appropriate for me. I really like the formula and it does work really well with other products, and I feel that it's buildable. So this is definitely staying here. I'm thinking once I finish a few foundations, and I mean like quite a few, like 4, then I can repurchase this one if I need to mix it. Because that's the only thing with the other one. I can't really add like a mixer to it, but it does work well with other foundations. Next, we have a MAC lip liner, and this is in Cool Spice. This is such a stunning color, and this is gonna be hard because I have a lot of MAC lip liners in my loved. So I do think that this is gonna be staying. I do, however, want to swatch a bunch in store because I know for a fact there's a few on here that I've swatched and they pulled much different on me than how they looked in the photos. So I definitely want to do that before purchasing. Next, we have another MAC product, and this is the Luster Glass Sheer Shine Lipstick in Alone Time. I don't know if you've seen this lipstick, but it is stunning, and I love MAC lip products. I feel like they are the go-to in that section. So another product that is staying. So I'm not doing great so far, but I definitely know that there's a few in here I need to get rid of. So I have another MAC product, and this is one of like the winter sales like gift sets. And I think I should remove this. I think I added it because it seems like a good price, but these aren't really colors I would wear. Like the first one does kind of look like Alone Time, but I would rather have Alone Time. That red, not really me, and then that pink like fuchsia shade, also not very me. I know I'm wearing a lot of pink colors today, but that one specifically just seems a little too bright for me. I think this is something I need to remove because it's not realistic. Next up is the RMS Cashmere Matte Eyelights. I think I added this because it looks like a great dupe for the Makeup by Mario ones, and I've seen pretty bad reviews on those. So I think this is another thing that I would either need to see reviews or swatch myself and just see how workable the product is. But I'm gonna leave that for now because it's a really pretty color. This next one is from Starface. This is another gift set, and I think it's just 2 sets of the pimple patches, and then there's a chapstick. So I was thinking of this for like a gift for somebody, so I'm gonna leave that as well. Another product I've seen all over the place is the NYX Fat Cheeks Dewy Liquid Blush, and these look really good. I'm getting a little bit over the liquid blush formulas, but this one I've seen really great reviews. It's not patchy and they have a lot of fun different colors. So that one will also be staying. Next is this highlighter from Smashbox and Becca, and it is the Champagne Pop. I feel like I've seen so many people rave about these as well. I never got to try these products, but I mean, it is a very pretty highlighter. Is it worth $42? That seems a little steep, but again, I think I will need to swatch this and maybe just compare other highlighter formulas. So for now, I think I'll leave it, but I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get that exact. Another brand that I've been really loving lately is Medicube, and this is their Deep Vita C Capsule Cream. This looks so fun, and I don't necessarily need more skincare at the moment, but little backstory. I have some vitamin C products. I've been using them for a while, but I've never necessarily seen an improvement in my skin. And I don't know if it's because I'm just consistent with my other skincare products, and maybe that's why, I don't know. So I do have this one vitamin C product now, and I want to finish that first and then maybe just take a break for a little bit. If I do find that it actually was helping, then I would look at some alternative products, but I think I'm going to remove this one just because it's not really something I want at the moment. And it's a brand that I like and something that I'm aware of. So if I do end up going back to using vitamin C, then I'm aware that this was something that I was interested in. Another one though is the Medicube Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. And I think I'm going to remove this one as well. I know like the whole thing with collagen is that you can't really absorb it through your skin or externally. I've been doing some research on like the micro collagen, but I'm not for sure if this product has it. So if it doesn't, I don't really want to waste my money on it. Like I said before, it's a brand that I'm aware that I like. There's products I'm interested in, so I'm just going to remove it for now. I've been so into K-Beauty and J-Beauty lately, and this is the Roman Lasting Melting Balm. And these are so pretty, and I think I added this color just because it's kind of sheer enough, but also a color I don't really have. So I'll be leaving that one. And then I also have the Blur Fudge Tint, which I think I should try in store because I love a good matte lip product, but how many times does a product actually look like this kind of swatch? So I think I just want to kind of maybe get like a sample of it or something like that and get a better idea of how it's gonna look. But these look really stunning. Next up, I have the Revolution Lip Shift Ink Peel Off Lip Liner Stain. This is another type of formula that I've been very intrigued by, especially the statue lip stains that you peel off. I think I would like to see more reviews of this Revolution one because I feel like I've only seen other brands reviewed. Looks like I have another MAC product, and this is a highlighter. So this is very similar to that Becca one. So I think this is something like those two would fall into the same category of comparing them because they're similar colors and price points. So I'll leave that for now. Okay, next I have the Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Gloss, and these have a hold on me. I have the balm one, which I actually meant to get the gloss and I got the wrong one, but I really like that one. So I do think that this is something that I want. This holographic lavender color is really pretty, but I think I also want the blue one. Next I have another MAC lipstick, and this is the Luster Glass formula in syrup, and it's just this blue pink. It is so pretty, but again, something that I would like to swatch in store, because I noticed a lot of MAC's pink products actually lean very orange on me. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've been very obsessed with MAC lately. So this is their Studio Radiance Serum Powdered Foundation. This one also is just very pretty and just looks very natural, which is how I've been liking my foundations more recently. So that'll be staying for now, but something I would like to be swatched for in store. This cute little headband here, and I'll just leave that too. And then this, I'm actually going to be removing these NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balms. So they're really pretty and I do like them. I think I have this reddish orange shade. I think this is the shade I have. I feel like they're a little too dry for me and they're very hard to reapply. At least the one that I have, I feel like whenever I try to reapply it, it looks atrocious. So I am going to be removing this one. And then I see another one, so I'm just going to remove that as well. Next is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Wine with Everything Cream. This looks like my type of red. I feel like I've been searching for this type of red for a while, and I think I'm just going to leave it because that looks like a formula I would really like, and the color is perfect. It's very affordable. Okay, I'm a little confused with these where it has like that shopping. Okay, yeah, I think those are no longer on Ulta, so I'm going to remove them. Once again, another MAC product, and this is the Glow Play Cushiony Blush in Heat Index. And yeah, I have one blush in this formula, and it is so pretty and really fun to work with. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one here. And then mascara that I've been wanting to try is the Lancome Lash Idol. I've heard so many people rave about this one, of how good it is, so something I'm definitely interested in trying. Next, I have the IT Cosmetics blush and bronzer, and these are really cute because it's supposed to look like you've been in the sun. So I think it's a little pricey for that type of effect, but I'm also still very intrigued and want to try this product. Next, I have an About Face product. This is the Matte Fluid Eye Paint, and I have one, but it's actually in like a shimmery color, and I think this is like a neutral enough shade that I would actually wear out, so I also am going to be keeping this. Next, I have the Maybelline Fit Me blush, and I think it was Sarah Rose who had this color, and it is such a perfect like neutral, slightly pink shade, which I feel like are very hard to come by that aren't like super pigmented and super bright. So I'm going to be leaving this one as well. Okay, they don't have the lino lips anymore, so I just removed that one. I have another MAC lip liner, and this is in Flamingo, a vibrant peach pink. Again, just something I want to swatch, though this is, I feel like, is a very next step for me of those bright pinks that I think I would be comfortable with. So that one is staying. This one is Dervish, which is a pinky mauve. I think this one I can remove because I feel like I have this color in other iterations, or like I could find this color very easily at a cheaper price point. So I'll be removing that one. And the next one is Edge to Edge, a mid-tone dirty blue pink. So this one I think I'm actually going to leave. This one's very similar to Dervish, but slightly cooler. And I do like that. I, again, struggle to find those types of shades, but we'll need to swatch it because their cool tones aren't very cool on me. And then this one is Stripped Down. I actually did swatch this one in store and it looked very orange on me, which is interesting because I've seen some people where it looks like gray or like concealer on them. So I'm going to be removing that one. Okay, the Elizabeth Arden Hyaluronic Acid Serum Capsules. Oh, these are expensive, but I had one little travel packet, or I guess it was like two, like a sampler, and it was a heavenly experience. And I actually used to steal these from my mom when I was like in high school. I just thought the packaging was really cool. I didn't even know what the product was. And I can understand why she was so upset with me. So this is definitely something that I would love to get again, though I need like a serious sale because these are very expensive. Another mascara I've heard great things about is the Maybelline Lash Stiletto Ultimate Length. Anytime I see someone with great lashes raving about a mascara, I usually just go and add it to my wish list so that I remember for later. Another product that I've been very intrigued for a while is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. This one I need to look in store at the swatches because I'm so horrible at shade matching myself, but this seems like a pretty good skin tint, and I've heard just so many great things about it. Besides the smell, everyone complains about the smell. Another product that has caught my eye is the Supergoop Mineral Powder Sunscreen, and I think it's a really cool idea of that type of component because I definitely struggle with reapplying my sunscreen and it's kind of hard to over makeup, but if it was a powder, like that seems so ideal for me, so I do want to try that. Next, I have the MAC Squirt Plumping Lip Gloss Stick. I would say all of these colors look so good, so I'm going to be leaving that one. I have the black one, which is really pretty. And then another product is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Blur Lipstick. There's been so many times that I've almost bought this because it is so pretty, but I do not need another lip product at the moment. But I think these are going to be way better than the NYX smushy ones that I was thinking of. Those ones are just very dry, and this looks more of what I was kind of after. Next is the Clinique Chubby Stick Moisturizing Lip Balm. This looks, I don't know where this has been my whole life. It looks very moisturizing and just very comfortable. So definitely something I want to swatch in store. Maybe this color isn't the one that I want, but I would love to try this product. And I have another Clinique product. This is the Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. Also seems like a really good product, and I don't know what it is, but I've been so curious about just trying different foundation and concealer formulas, even though there are days where I don't even wear foundation or concealer, but I do just really enjoy trying different ones from different brands. And speaking of foundations, next is the Ulta Moisturizing Complexion Stick. I can't remember who I saw reviewing this, but they were very, very surprised at how nice of a formula this was, so I'm also intrigued. I've also been interested in powder foundations, and this is one from Ulta as well, though again, the shade looks a little light for me, but they do have a lot of shades. Okay, if you know, you know. This blush was one of my favorites that I had recently finished. It's the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush in Captivating. It is such a perfect peach shade. I really, really enjoyed using this from start to finish, so definitely something on my repurchase list. This product is so pretty, and it reminds me of the Rhode blushes, which I'm also very interested in trying, but this is the Ilia Multi-Stick, and the shade I really want is Tenderly, just this really cute soft pink. It also reminds me of the Westman Atelier ones, but I don't think I need all three, so I need to decide on which one it would be. So again, just something to compare in that category. Very set on keeping this one. This is the Revolution Ultra Blush Sunset Burst Palette, and it's just a bunch of different blushes. They're all so pretty, and I feel like this would crave my itch for these different blush shades, but at the same time I have a lot of blush and I use a lot of blush, so I'm not sure if this is going to be helping me at all. But I think it's really pretty. I think I should probably remove it, but it's going to be one of those ones that gets to stay in today. Okay, we got some products that no longer are at Ulta, so I'll remove those. I've only tried a couple of products from Pixie, and they've been very mid. I tried one of their toners, and I liked it, but then I tried a different one, and I did not like it at all. And then I've tried their blush stick, which it was pretty, but it didn't last, and it also like spread all over my face. So, but I'm pretty sure I heard Jen Phelps talk about this one, and it seems like a really good mask. And I think she was also saying it was a dupe for I literally just finished a product from that brand and I can't think of it, so I'm just gonna have to add it here. But I mean, it's pretty affordable for a lip mask, and I don't go through lip masks that often, so this might be on my repurchase list. But recently I just used the lip mask from Trader Joe's. Now this product is cute and I like the idea of it, but I don't necessarily think I would use it. I do want to look at the reviews because I do really want to try a Physicians Formula bronzer and a blush, but I don't know if this duo is for me. So I think I'm going to remove it for today because, again, I just don't really think I'm going to get use out of it. I could maybe just fall in love with one of their bronzers or single blushes. Okay, next is this winged thing from Half Magic. It's supposed to help you with drawing a wing. This is staying. I cannot draw a wing to save my life, and I can never make them even, so that is staying there. We have yet another MAC lip liner, and this is in Spice, and I think I also tried this one and it looked orange on me, so I'm going to be removing it. Next up, I have another lipstick by them, and this is Modesty. This is a perfect color in my opinion, and I think it would go very nicely with some of those other lip liners I saved, so that should be staying. And then we have another one, and this is in shade Kinda Sexy. Again, just another really nice color, and these ones are two different formulas, so that's why I'm justifying, because they're very similar in color. One is more of a satiny, and the other one is matte. Next up though, this is a product from Pattern, Curl Mousse. So I've only tried one product from this brand, and it's their hair oil, and I'm not a big fan of it. It is just so thick and the scent is very strong. I just use it as like a pre-shampoo hair oil, and it works fine for that purpose. But I do want to give this brand a chance, and so I think that maybe the Curl Mousse would be a good option for me, just based on other products I looked. But I'm definitely going to get a mini. I also have a hair mask like sample that I got. I do need to try that and see if, again, like if that's a product I would enjoy. Next is the Benefit. I almost said Benefit Benetint, but this is the Precisely My Brow pencil, and this one, it seems very thin. It's something I've been looking for so long, of a true thin point, and then also like the diversity in shades. So this one is staying. I used to be a big fan of the laminating brow gel. It gets a little crusty, so that's why I don't repurchase it. And I've been using the Kosas brow gel, but I haven't tried their eyebrow pencil yet. This is the brand I was thinking of, Tatcha. Okay, this is Tatcha. This is a gift set, and this actually seems like a pretty decent price in my opinion. I've tried the water gel and the water cream, and both were very nice. I definitely prefer the water cream one. So that face wash also looks very nice. And then there is that lip mask that the other one is supposed to be a dupe for. So I think this is a good price, and I would definitely see this as something I would enjoy. Next is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour, and this one also seems like a very good shade match for me. I've seen a lot of reviews on the Rare Beauty one as well, and these are both kind of similar, and I like the e.l.f. blushes better than the Rare Beauty ones, so I think this would be a contour I would like to try. Next is the NYX Face Glue Gripping Primer. This is so interesting of how they like advertise it to look like glue, but I think I would like to try it. I'm not a huge fan of the gripping primers, but I just think that they don't mesh very well with some foundations, but I've heard good things about this and their setting spray. Okay, I have a ton of these added. This is the Revolution Icon palette, and these are supposed to be the dupes for the Patrick Ta ones, I think, or the Makeup by Mario. I don't remember, but these are so pretty and they're very affordable. So I've been dipping my toes in more like luxe eyeshadows, but honestly, like if it's just about the colors, then the cheap way is the way to go. And I found a lot of my cheaper formulas actually perform very well. So this is definitely something I'm keeping. And then I also have this palette, which is so pretty. Yeah, so I have 3 of them, and then they came out with 3 new ones recently. Next up, I have this vacation sunscreen, and this one is kind of gimmicky, but I like it. I think it's fun and like a fun idea. And if that's what gets you to wear your sunscreen, so be it. But I've tried another sunscreen from them, and I actually really liked it for a while, though sometimes I found that it pilled. So maybe a mousse formula would be better. Another MAC blush in that cushioning formula. This is Cheer Up. This looks very similar to the one I have, though I think I have a different shade, so I think I'll remove this one. Okay, a few more foundations. This is the NARS Light Reflecting one, and I've heard everyone rave about this, so it's staying. Like, it has to be really good. Same with like the Estee Lauder one. This is the Revolution Skin Silk Serum Foundation, and this one also seems like it would be kind of up my alley in terms of formula and coverage. Next is the Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick Gloss Stick, and these are really pretty. I mean, that's just such a nice, like, juicy berry shade. I really like it. I have one, I think I have the Heat Gloss, and I really like that one and the formula and even the texture, so I do think that I would enjoy that one. Okay, this is something that I actually tried in like a little sampler. This is the Ilia Light Shift Cream Highlighter, and it's also just very, very pretty, though I feel like it is so expensive for a cream highlighter, but I mean, I think that's just kind of like that brand now. Okay, next is the Urban Decay Vice Hydrating Lipstick. I have a different shade than this one, but I feel like the formula it's not that comfortable. It's like thick and like beeswaxy almost. So I think I'm gonna have to remove this one, even though that color is really pretty. Okay, next is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Foundation, and I feel like I've heard Sarah Rose talk about this for years, so it's just something that I'm interested in trying. Okay, next is the MAC lipstick in Warm Teddy. I think I have like, I need to see the shades now. Okay, I have Velvet Teddy, which in my opinion, again, looks very warm on me. So I don't think that I'm gonna get Warm Teddy if Velvet Teddy already kind of looks like that. Okay, I have a foundation brush on here, and I am not gonna spend $40 on this brush, but I do want to try and find something that is that type of angle, because that's something I've been looking for and I cannot find a brush like that. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Next, I have a product from Hello Taco. It's been a long time since I've purchased something from them, but it is super exciting that they have products at Ulta. And this one, Pop Rocker, is so freaking pretty. I mean, I love that blue shimmer running throughout it. So that one is definitely staying. Okay, and then we have some more products no longer at Ulta. Okay, this is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Plumping Lip Oil. In my opinion, these look very nice. I'm a big fan of their lip plumper gloss, like in the stick form. It's the same thing and just different tip. And yeah, I think that looks like a really nice product. The next is the CoverGirl Clean Lip Color Lipstick. I think this is another product I saw Sarah Rose talk about. I don't know why I have this color though. That seems not like me. I'm gonna remove it for now just because these colors are looking a bit darker and bolder than what I'm comfortable with, but I've heard that it is a good formula. Okay, I am obsessed with this moisturizer. It's the Peach and Lily Ultra Plush Rich Cream. It is really, really nice. It's also really expensive. I mean, when I was using this, my skin looked the best it's ever looked, so it's definitely going to be staying here. Another product I've heard really great things about and I'm very interested in trying is the Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray. I feel like I've seen that more and more of just these hydrating sprays, and I love these types, so I would love to do a video of just reviewing some, and that one definitely makes the cut. A blush I would love to try is the Too Faced Cloud Crush Powder Blush. I love powder blushes, but I definitely have way more creams, and I think this is a nice color. It's very similar to that peach one from Tarte. This is also another blush that is so pretty. It's the KVD Beauty Everlasting Refillable Blush in Foxglove. And this is just like right up my alley of these peachy and soft dusty rose types of blushes. So that one is staying. And then I have one from Benefit, another powder blush, and this one is a very light baby pink one, which again, I feel like I don't really have these colors. And then kind of what I talked about earlier of trying a Physicians Formula butter bronzer. So I think this is probably the shade I would go with because light enough, and I don't really need that cream bronzer. Next is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence Foundation. I have this now, and I don't know if I would repurchase it, to be honest. I like the idea, and I would say most days it's pretty good. It is just so finicky of like, I can't really wear any skincare with it, including sunscreen, and then my skin needs to be perfect for this to look good. And then even at the end of the day, it still kind of breaks apart after a while. So I think if I really want something kind of sheer and more like the skincare benefits, I can just go with the skin tint. Hey, I have another moisturizer. This is from Bubble. I've never tried this one, but I mean, it looks nice. I do want to see if it's suitable for dry skin. If it's more of like a lighter weight one, then I'm not sure. We'll see. I do like gel moisturizers for the summer. Just have to see because it seems a little bit pricier for the type of product it is. Now, I've never tried a Pat McGrath product, but so many have intrigued me, especially this blush. But I think I would want to see a swatch of this in store because it just seems very dark, but it also is very beautiful. We have a lot more blushes to come. This one is from MAC, and this is their powder blush formula in Like Me, Love Me. And it's more of an oral shade. I wish they showed it on a model, but I'm going to leave that for now because that still seems like a shade I would wear. And we have one from Clinique, and this is their Cheek Pop Powder Blush in Pansy Pop. And I think it's a really cute shade. I don't really have anything like this, though again, they don't show anyone with that blush on. And then another powder one from Revlon, and this is in Mauvulous, and also just a color that I gravitate towards. Next is this lip oil from Essence, and I definitely want to try this still. Every time I've tried Essence products, I'm very surprised by how good they are, so I do want to give more of their products a chance. And then I have some skincare coming up. Oh, looks like that one is no longer available at Ulta. Okay, so this one is the Vino Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Facial Cleanser. This sounds exactly right up my alley. I have somewhat sensitive skin, and I love the scent of oats in skincare products, so that sounds very nice to me. And then another one that is definitely staying is the Panoxyl Foaming Wash with benzoyl peroxide. I've seen so many estheticians and dermatologists recommend this product, so definitely something I'd like to try. And then the La Roche-Posay, this is a Cicaplast multi-purpose balm. I think I would be fine with trying this. That sounds so odd. I've tried other products from them. I've tried a like body lotion, but it was also a face moisturizer, and then a face wash, and both have been very okay in my opinion. But I'm fine with still trying to find like a good moisturizer that can be a holy grail product. And again, like I was saying, there is definitely Physicians Formula blushes that I'm very intrigued to try. And again, this one just seems like a very nice neutral color. And another foundation, this one's from About Face, and I feel like I haven't really heard much about this, but when I do see a review for it, people seem to love it. So I've loved every product I've tried from About Face, so I'd be very interested to try their foundation as well. This one is from Persona, which I feel like I've never really heard anything about them outside of their blush. And to be honest, this doesn't really seem like a blush color suitable for me, so I'm going to be removing that one. Next is the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. And I also really love products from Milani, and I also love these type of balmy products. So I do have another bronzer. I think they're powder bronzer, and I really like it. So I'm going to keep this one because it seems nice as well. And then I have the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. Again, I have been very into trying different concealers, and this one, again, seems right up my alley, like a good formula, and it's affordable. Oh my god, a product I absolutely love is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Lip Gloss. These are so hydrating, and I smell really nice, and the pigment is also nice. So yeah, this one is definitely staying. I think I have the strawberry one. Then I have a few of the Urban Decay Moon Dust glitters. So I think this one is, okay, this one's Glitter Rock, which feels very similar to the e.l.f. one that I have. So I think I'll remove that one. And then the other one I have is Space Cowboy, which I've heard so many things about and how pretty it is. And I think I will leave it just because it is a nice color. I think the pink one I'll remove because I have something similar to that. We have another cute blush from Physicians Formula, and then, yeah, this one's not here. Is anyone else experiencing this where if it doesn't show a picture of the product, then it just is removed? I'm a little confused. And then another powdered blush from Too Faced that I would love to try. Okay, next we have the NYX Multi-Stick, and this one is in Blueberry Muffin, this really pinky blue, and I'm gonna remove it. I mean, that I don't know why I added that. Like, I think I like the concept of it, but it's not very me. Okay, next is the Essence Matte Comfort Lip Liner. And again, I think that maybe before purchasing all those MAC ones, maybe looking at some more affordable brands and seeing how I feel about those. So this one's staying. And then I have another mascara. I'm actually going to remove this one because I've seen some people say that it flakes a ton, and that doesn't sound nice, so I'm removing it. Okay, a few more foundations. This one is the KVD Good Apple, and this one is a balm formula, which I feel like I've never really seen. I don't know, at least in what's like viral and trending. I don't see these types of formulas, so that seems really nice. Then we have another CoverGirl one. This is the Simply Ageless 3-in-1. And I mean, it looks nice. The coverage looks nice, but I'm concerned if it's anything like the one I have and like how difficult it is, then maybe I don't want it. But I don't really see reviews on this either, so that's something I would like to look into. Next is the Benefits Whiplash Lash Enhancing Serum. I currently use the Sweet one, and I think I want to finish it before I finalize my thoughts on it, but this might be something I try. Okay, we are nearing the end. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I mean, I love their foundation. It's actually what I'm wearing today, so I don't see why I wouldn't love the other Fit Me products. Next is a mini palette from Natasha Denona, and this one is such a pretty color story. I am definitely keeping that one. And then we have a bigger palette, which is the My Dream eyeshadow palette. And while I love these colors, again, like I feel like I have a lot of these, or it's just not really necessarily something I would wear. So I think I am going to remove this one. Another mascara I've heard great things about is the L'Oreal Telescopic. So that one is staying, as well as the L'Oreal True Match Tinted Serum. Again, just something that I have been interested in for a while. Then we have another KVD Good Apple foundation. I'm going to remove it. I'm sure I was just trying to figure out which shade I am. Again, I can do that at a later time point. I don't need two placeholders of the same product. Next, I have a nail polish by Essie. That's a color I don't really have, so that one can stay. As well as the Dianis Goat Butter Lip Mask. I mean, that sounds really nice, and I love trying new lip balms, so that's something that sounds really nice. Next is another powder blush from Benefit, and this is in Dandelion. I feel like I had this one already added, so I'll remove that. There were a few products that I had to remove because they're no longer on Ulta, but then the next one is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick. So I have two of these, and I don't recall, I think it's this one, is supposed to be the dupe for Clinique Black Honey, and I feel like this is a lot more affordable than the other one because it's a very just basic lip balm. I mean, it's a very pretty color, but I think I'll leave both of these. These both look very comfortable and hydrating. And then I have an e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. I have one of these. I think I have the strawberry shortcake one, and they're pretty comfortable. I haven't used it very much just because I have some of my Summer Friday ones I want to finish, but I mean, it again, like it's $5 compared to I think what, $20 or $25. Next, I have the Ava NYC Volumizing Mist. I'm not sure how I feel about these. Okay, it's not even available. But I've tried other volumizing sprays, and I feel like they don't really do anything. Like, my hair is just too heavy for it. I'm not sure. And then I have another product from Essence. This is their Electric Glow Color Changing Lipstick. So this is one of those pH ones, and it's also not available. Okay, so that makes it very easy for me. Next, I have a few eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop. It's not my favorite eyeshadow formula, but I do like it for trying different color stories, and I think the mattes are pretty okay. So this one is not available. It's the Petals on Point. And then there's Cloud 9. So let's see if that one is available. Okay, so this one is available, and I think it's a pretty color story. It's very light neutral, and I mean, I'll leave it. I think $18 for a ColourPop palette is a little on the steeper end, but it is pretty. And then I have a few of the Bare Minerals bronzers. These are so pretty. And I have Kiss of Pink, and then I think Kiss of Copper. And these are just so perfect. It's the blush and bronzer duo kind of mixed together, so both placements work. But I like that it kind of has just a sheer luminosity to it. Yeah, the other one is Kiss of Copper. I do think that I should only purchase one at a time and then see if I even like the formula. But I think that they are right up my alley. And then I have 2 products left. So one is the Bare Minerals Tinted Moisturizer. It is no longer available. And then I have the Dior Addict Lip Glow Oil, and this one is just in pink. I think I would maybe get a different color, I don't know, but still something I would want to try. So I was able to declutter my Ulta wishlist to 97 products, which I feel like is a huge jump. I am very happy, and I feel like this was a successful wishlist declutter. I noticed a lot of the products actually weren't available anymore, which is fine by me. It's probably still available through those specific sites, but it clearly wasn't something that I was so after and waiting to have, because I've bought products since then and most weren't those products. I really enjoy doing these declutters because it helps me recognize which products were just trendy ones or which ones I actually wanted. And I am happy to see that a lot of the classic products that I wanted made it through. And I think most of the ones that I removed, either it's not really for me, based on the formula, or even the color is not really something that I gravitate towards. And while I don't want to have all my makeup being the same color, I think it's good to understand that yes, I like the dusty rose and mauves and pinks, and the deep berries don't necessarily suit me as well. If it's sheer, I can get it to work, but that's not every product. And every product or color doesn't need to be for me. Just because I think something is pretty doesn't mean I need to have that color. So I think this was a very successful wishlist declutter, and I am happy to feel a little bit more refreshed with what I have in my current wishlist. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this type of content, please let me know in the comments and by giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!